Hello my darlings, and welcome back to Henford on Bagley. We're back in the area of old New Henford today, and we're back in the hamlet of Whittington with a brand new family to introduce. Everyone meet the Ashbury family. Dad Thomas, his teenage daughter Bea, and his son Jamie. So let's get into game and meet them a little bit more. You can use my code BUMPKIN at checkout on the EA app or at sims.com. I receive a small commission from your purchase and you greatly support me and the channel. Thank you so much. Happy Thursday, my darling friends, and welcome back to Let's Build the Worlds. And here we are once again with a new family, my loves. Everybody meet the Ashbury family. We've got Dad Thomas, his teenage daughter Beatrice, but she likes to be called Bea, and his little son as well, Jamie. Another single parent household. I decided on going with another little dynamic mix to this one here. And yes, we are going to be talking about dead husbands once again today, because Thomas's husband Oliver passed away a couple of years ago, we're going to say, and these actually come from a city, so we're going to say like the San Myshuno version, like London. We're going to say that kind of vibe, where Thomas had his own practice out there. He is a doctor, or a GP. He is a GP and he had his own practice there. And after losing his loved one, he wanted to get the kids away from that situation and move to the countryside. And this is where he finds himself, or they find themselves. I'm going to say they probably lived here for about maybe just about a year and a half. So they're quite new to the village. They really are. And I'm going to say he's got his own little GP practice somewhere as well. Just something smaller. He's a bit of a flustered sort of doctor as well. Obviously, he's going through a lot of grief and stuff at the minute too. His family dynamic is kind of like fading as well. Like they're all kind of conflicted with each other in the minute. There's a lot of grief still in the house, and a lot of them don't know how to handle it, especially the kids. Bea mostly, like she's really like her dad doesn't speak about her other dad anymore. Like that he's just really struggling. He's really struggling with his grief, and they're feeling it throughout their whole family. They really are. And it's not that he's like a bad dad either. He just doesn't know how to talk about his grief, and he's just kind of let it go. And he thinks that's the best way of doing it, when really he knows he needs to go and speak to someone, really, some therapy, family therapy. He's actually looking into it because it's like it's been a long time now, and they need to grow. They need to grow together again as a family and be as close as they once were. But there's kind of like just this sort of weird dynamic between them at the minute. And with Bea, she is very clever, very quick-witted, really intelligent, but she's just really angry with the world at the minute. She's got that, not only that teenage angst, but with the grief on top of it. She's really struggling. She's struggling through her life at the minute a little bit. And she's kind of angry that she's just been dragged to the countryside. She doesn't really want to be here. She's not really a country sort of living sort of gal. And she's finding it really difficult to make new friends. Schools just really different. And she finds solace in other things. Like she really loves acting. That is her passion. I reckon she's like joined like a sort of Amdram group to try and find that sort of like situation out in the countryside. It's mainly older people, so she just feels a little bit like not part of the group just yet, age wise, and also personalities and stuff that it's a little bit iffy for her. So she's really trying in school with her drama and joining everything that she can after school clubs. She just wants to be a different person at the minute, and I definitely feel like she's queer too, but she's just not ready to accept that for herself just yet either. So she's got so many of these emotions on top of her at the minute that she's just really finding life a little bit of a struggle. She really is. And you'll often find her either up in her room listening to music, watching films, like movies are her passion, or just aimlessly wandering around where she lives just to clear her head and stuff and get emotions out. And they're going through a bit of a time, this family. They really are. Jamie, on the other hand, this little number down here is a bit of a rambunctious scamp, shall we say. Rambunctious? Sounds weird. Probably saying it completely wrong, but we're going to go with that anyway. He's definitely sad too. He's got the grief on his shoulders because he misses his dad. You know, he does miss his dad, and he's in a new place, a new school, but he's managed to make quite a few friends and stuff. He loves to be outdoors in nature. He's made friends with a fox as well, like a wild fox called, I can't remember what it was called, Toffee. I had to remember then. I completely forgot. He's called Toffee, and that is one of his like loves. He loves nature. He loves being around animals and stuff. You'll often find him in a pair of welly boots, scuffed knees, dirt in his hair, leaves, twigs. He's out building dens in trees. That's his kind of way of sort of like coming to terms with it and dealing with it, being out in nature. We could all take out a leaf out of Jamie's book, may I just add. And I don't know. I just wanted this kind of difficult-ish family dynamic being in a single parent household, because not everybody has a great life, you know, and I kind of wanted to portray that with this family. I love them. They're going to be okay. They need to get to therapy. They need to go to family therapy, but they're just going through a bit of a tough time at the minute. They really, really are. And this is where we're building their house today, my loves. We are building their house here on this lot. I don't think I'm going to use all of these lots for 2. I think we could squeeze 3 lots on this bit here. I want to do a row of cottages that all are very similar in shape and size, but I just think having a nice row of 3 cottages here, I'm probably going to leave one of the cottages empty so you can move your Sims into it, but I definitely want to do a row of 3 of them there. I just think that would really, really bloody work. And then we've only got one more lot left of the Hamlet of Whittington and with the save file as a whole, before we move on to something completely different. But that's what I want to do today. So this is probably going to be a bit difficult. I am going to come out a little bit further than what I've done here. They're still going to have some kind of like front garden, but it's not going to be massive. But I'm going to try and squeeze in 3 lots onto this space here, just because 2 lots, I just think they're a little bit too big for what I want down here. I want a nice little row of cottages. So that's the vibe that we're going for today. But yeah, that's it. You've met the Ashburys now. I do love them, but again, it's a little bit of a difficult storyline with these 3. But I just think that is life, you know, and we're portraying the life of this save file. Yes, we are indeed. So I've got nothing more to say. Let's get over to the build mode properly, and let's start building the Ashbury's cottage. Okay then, my darlings, let's make a bloody start then, shall we? So how many houses? Well, I want 3, but how many can I fit in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is going to be the perfect width for them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is a 2 wide alleyway. There's no point doing another alleyway here, so why don't we do it here instead and start the house here? We can do that. Let's do it. Let's do it together. We're doing it. Guess what, loves? We're doing it. Let's get some better lighting here, if you will. Thank you. Okay, yeah, that'd be perfect. And I'm going to utilize that whole spot there. So there's just going to be nice a row of 3 of them. I think that'll be perfect. That's going to be big enough. We do need to remember we need 3 bedrooms for this spot as well. So this is going to be a bit of a squeeze to be able to get these in. But I'm going to give it my best shot, darlings. Yes, I am indeed. Let's get that all up like that. I thought I deleted stuff then. Yes. Okay. Right. That's what I want. Should I copy the other ones in now? No. I am going to do the empty one by myself. I'm going to make it completely empty as well. So there's not going to be any furniture or anything in it. It's ready to rent. We'll put a for rent sign outside. But I think we'll just keep it for this for the minute. Let's do that. And I think putting it in this stone here as well would be nice. Maybe something a little bit lighter. Maybe. Let's see. We could go semi-lighter with it. Same with the whole row of them. Let me pull out filth. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, let's do that. These have been newly renovated as well. Newly renovated, ready to roll. So I think what I'd probably do is put this roof going maybe to around about there. Tuck flaps in. Maybe keep the front flaps out. Do you know what? It's the Thursday, loves. When can you not keep your front flaps out, you know? You can get your flaps out at any point that you want, my darlings. Those flaps are yours. We're going down that route today by the looks of things. So that's what we're going to do. But, oh, it feels so good to be back. It really does. I have missed you lot. I know I said it yesterday. But I just feel refreshed, ready to party with the best of them. And I'm gonna go down to the river. Best comedy film of all time, if you ask me. Right, if I can put that down there. Do you want flaps in? Do I want flaps out? I think it's a flaps in situation. I really do. What is stopping me from actually just copying these down? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We'll start making the exterior to all bloody 3 of them. We're here. We're queer. You better get used to it. So I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, why not? They're all going to be very similar. Maybe I'll just change the color of the doors on them. We'll see what happens. Everything's taken ages for me to put it down because we all know the size of this lot by now, don't we? Okay. Yes. And then if I drag you across like that. Yeah. And we're going to get feelings of separation with drain pipes, the windows, the doors. I'm even going to do like a small little hedge in front of here, I think. I think that would be a good way to go. I might even eat into this slightly just by 1 square, which is fine. Absolutely fine. That's big enough pathway for all of them. So with that being said, why don't we mark out the new pathway here then? I mean, it doesn't have to be all the way down, just in front of these cottages. Flop you all the way down to there. And we're going to do a little lane down here as well. Unless I could even like extend out here and put a small bathroom down on this level and have the bathroom down on the ground level. And then we've got more upstairs space for 3 bedrooms then. It's probably going to be the way that we're going to go, isn't it, darlings? Yes. Yes, it is. So we are going to be working on 3 exteriors today. I'm probably not going to detail the other 2 as much as the one that we're doing today, but you know, Bob's your uncle, get your boob out as far as I'm concerned. There we go. Yeah, I can do that. We can do that. I am going to just erase this as well, all the way down. It's also the first time back for me into my D&D campaign tonight as well, and I've completely forgot what happened last time in it. So I have no idea what to expect from today's campaign, or sessions, shall I say, sorry. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Right, lovely. Lovely bloody jubbly. What windows are we using on these places? That is the ticket. That is the moment. I just want to see how high, oh, I don't like those. How high these hedges are. I think the hedges are. I think they're a little bit too big, to be honest. Okay. We'll think about that at another time then. Let's get down to here and let's start planning out some windows. So I'm going to have a little look through, see what we can come up with, and I'll be right back. Okay, so they're going to have these windows and these doors on all of them. So we're going to start putting it on all of them. That's what we're going to do. Yes, we are indeed. Yes, we are indeed. And we are going to come straight away and put the next family into one of these. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to leave this one here empty, just so they've got proper next door neighbours. Or do I want to do it the other way around? Don't know. The idea is there, and that is where we're going to go with it. Yes, we are. So very simply, what I'm going to do, we'll pop you to there. Is that right? That is right. Let me go from the inside. Thank you. And then you go to there, don't you, my love? There we go. So we've got a nice way to separate off maybe 2 bedrooms this side. And then a bigger bedroom at the back. We'll see what happens for that. Don't know how we're going to do this floor plan just yet. No idea. We're going to get the doors on like that. We're going to use all of the same doors and the windows, as I said. So why not put them in now? We'll change the colours on all of them. Pop you to there and you to there like that. Let's start changing the colours. We'll go for a little bit of a red moment and then maybe just like a nice lighter brown tone like this. Let me see this. Yes, that's going to be the vibe. Okay. And then we're going to start putting these windows on. As I said, we're going to leave this very much blank on the exterior to these because we've still got another smaller family moving in. But they're moving in nonetheless, you know? So we need to make it look special for them. Yes, we do. Let's flop you down to there. Probably need some kind of separation between each of them. Don't know how we're going to do that just yet either. But we're going to pop them down for now. I might actually just bring them down a tad. They're a bit high for a cottage, these windows. Can we stop it? Get yourself down there. And you down there. All of the windows are flickering when I'm placing them. Because Sims. Because Sims and Big Lot. Let me see. I've also pulled the flaps down. Yeah, I prefer them definitely lower. Let's get you down this way. And we're going to do the same over this way. All the way down to here. And that is a beautiful little number. Yeah, I think we can work with that. I really do. Okay, beautiful job. So we need some kind of floor plan going on. So let's do that together today too. Right. I think what they should do is maybe walk straight into the living room with this lot. I think that would probably be the best way forward. So I'm going to do you to there. Just a little cheeky wall if you would like to appear. And do I want to do like stairs going off to the side on this side? So you walk through this way. I think we should, but if that's the case, I'm going to make the kitchen smaller. I'm going to do you to there. I'm going to do a stairway in here. Right inset. Let's get like a rough pair of stairs in there too. I think we can make that work. And then this comes up here. Now this does limit the size of what I wanted the main bedroom to be, but that's fine. Actually, that's not going to work having the stairs in there, because I do need to get a bathroom in here. And plus the same with these ones. We might even come out off to the side like I did say, but I really like the thought of an alleyway going behind it. That's just a shame that we won't be able to do that if I do put a bathroom in there. These floor plans could be like slightly different. I might even make these into 2 bedrooms as well. So let's see. Let's see what I can come up with. I probably do need to go off camera for this because I am going to be dribbling and wondering what the hell I'm doing with my life. So screw the alleyway. We are going to be doing a small bathroom down here. It's the only way I could make it work with a 3-bed. With the floor plan making sense. So that's what we're going to do. It will change once we get to the other houses because I am going to do 2 bedrooms for these. We didn't even finish the bloody roofs back here, did we? How very dare I, for a start. What we're going to do is put in some, is it half hipped roofs? And I'm going to bring you to there. We're going to get you down low, my love. We're going to whiffle you into there. And bring you down again. Thank you. So I can get you into that shape there. Beautiful. Stunning. Gorgeous. Yes. That's what I want. Let's get all of the textures on it first before we actually copy them over to the other roofs. And then let's bring these over. My paint came today for my office. I'm very excited. It is just the colour I wanted it to be. I'm very happy about it. Very happy. If you're wondering what I went for, I went with Sap Green from Farrell and Ball. And it's just a gorgeous tone. It really is. I'm very excited about actually decorating my office. It's been too long. I'm in this space so much. And I just want it to look exactly how I wanted it to. And now's the time, loves. Now is the time indeed. Right, let's get a little roof line going here too. All flaps in, please. Thank you. And let's bring you down to this edge. We're not keeping flaps in. We're not keeping flaps out, sorry. For this bit. This is painful how slow this building mode is in this lot. It really is. So let's get you down to there. Let's get you down even lower. And then at least we've got a nice loo going on in there. That's gorgeous. And then again, using the same roof texture. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. And then the floor plan. This is the way that I did it. So living room, we did end up keeping the stairs here. Tried it in several different configurations. Nothing was working how I wanted it to. So this is going to be the living and dining room. I would like to get a little dining table in here somewhere. Maybe here. Because I am going to be doing an archway that goes into the kitchen. This is going to be their only bathroom, the one downstairs. It's right off the kitchen, but that happens so much in older houses in the UK, and these are old cottages, so we're going along with that. And then upstairs, we've got one main bedroom here, quite a big hallway, but I didn't want it to feel too squashed up here, so I just thought that was the best way to do it, really. And then 2 exactly the same sized bedrooms for each of the kids. I think that's going to work out quite nicely. I mean, I could have made this bedroom bigger just by 1. Let's see if we can do that. Let me just see if I can do this. This is a cottage, so it would make sense for the hallways to be quite squashed. And if I did that, pop that to there like this, whiffled you like this, this could be a bigger and better size. I might even just take that corner off just so this hallway flows a little bit nicer. And that might make a bit more sense then. I mean, it's not the best, but that is what I'm going to go for, I think. Yeah, let's do it. That'll be fine. We'll see we'll see that when we get to it. We're nowhere near it yet. We're going to be putting some details on this house here. So I wanted to start separating these off. I don't think I want to use fences. Walls might make a bit of sense, you know. I could use these to separate everything. Oh, do you know what? I think I'm going to go into. That will give it a really nice bit of separation. I might even join in this little alleyway and have that as their little kind of tiny garden. Let's do that. Yes, indeed. Oh, I'm for it. Look how painfully slow everything is, honestly. Honest to Betsy, I'm looking forward to getting back to some smaller lots because building on this lot when it's this slow, especially the building part, the furnishing part's fine, but the building part is a little bit painful. It really is. We didn't even need to put those bloody markers down that I've put down there because I'm building a wall on top of them, so I might even get rid of them. We'll see what happens. More at 7. Right, if I can get rid of you. Look how long this takes. Ready? I've hit it now. Not that. Right, let's get rid of all of these now. Just because we don't need any more excessive detail. That's just going to be slowing us down, you know? There we go. That's a bit better. Yeah, beautiful job. Stunning. So we do need gates for this as well. Probably matching in the same gates too. The only gates we have got that would work would be these. And I don't think that's going to work. I might even go along the lines of using this. Don't like that colour. Even though we could match in the colours here. That is a little bit bluer than the blue door we've used, but I'm still going to do it. Red. And then we've got a brown down here, haven't we? Brown. Did I... What? Was I not doing that right? I have no idea. Those colours are a little bit too bright. Let's just do them all in the same colour. We don't have to go around matching everything, Aiden. Yeah, that's better. That fits in a lot nicer. It really does. Okay. Lovely job. Now let's get some drain pipes in. So let's get the short drain pipe here. But I think we're just going to go black for all of them. I just think it would, yeah, it was suited the best. So if I can grab you to there. Why are you not showing the arrow? Oh, there you are. Pop you at the beginning first, like that. One there. You're going to go there, like that. And you're going to go there, like that. That's the last bit of detail I'm putting on the other houses. I just think the drain pipes add a feeling of separation, you know? So you can just kind of see that they're all separate builds now. Right. And I do want a windowsill. So I might get some shelving in for the windows. And I'm going to use those curtain mounts for the windowsills. I did say I wasn't going to put any more detail on, but I'm just going to do this. I can't help myself, all right? Just let me be. For goodness sake. I can grab you all in there. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then we'll do the same at the bottom too. Boop-de-doo. And then I'll pop them all along these ones as well. Lovely job. Now I'm feeling some kind of pink flower on this. Some pink flower climber. And we've only got one. So you know the one that I'm going to be using. And it's that base game one. Do I want to do like awnings on here? I keep looking down because I found a lovely reference image of a English cottage that I really like. But I don't know if I want to do that. And put an awning on top, I mean. Ooh. I think I do. Let's do that. And one more bit of detail for for the rest of them. Just one more bit. One more bit. Just let me be. All right? Just let me be. Yeah. I do like that. That does look very cute. Okay. Yeah. Well, there we go. That's been answered. We're doing that. I am going to do some of these climbers on this one. I think we should put a mailbox on the other side. That'd be very cute. And I would like some corbels. Here we go. I don't want to do any details on the other ones. Out comes the corbels. What about these new ones? No, I think the normal cottage living ones would suffice quite nicely. Considering we've got flaps out, let's go ahead and put in some corbels. Just 3 of them on each of the sides. Oh, no, do you know what? I don't actually like that. No, we're not doing it. It doesn't give me the vibe that I wanted. Well, there we go. You know? We need some patio moments coming out here. Oh, you would look quite nice. If I can find you in a nice... Oh, yes. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, let's grab you all the way along here. I might actually put a tree here, you know. If I can do you to there, I should be able to fit a tree in this moment here. How... Oh, there's a tree right there. I don't care. I want to use this little skinny boy that's in the village hall. And I want to get you right there, like that. Let me see you. Let me see what you're working with, my love. Let's make sure you're not going into the house. I don't think you are, but I am going to check. No, you're not, are you? Oh, yes, that's the ticket. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, lovely. Main bits on there now. What I want to do is get to the back and start putting some windows on the back areas too. I'm just going to do this house here because these are probably going to be different anyway because they're going to have less bedrooms. So if I can do like one in the middle of this bedroom down at that height, we are in a cottage. I could get that little skinny number from the same pack and pop you there into the landing. That's nice. And then down into the kitchen. I don't know how this layout is going to be just yet, but I would probably say the door would look better over here. I do want doors out of each of these. I think I'll do that. And I might even put the skinny number on the back here. Do I want to do it on the front too? Maybe. Let's get you down to the height that I want you to be. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, I think that would work. That works out quite nicely. And I'm even going to actually put a drain pipe off of these. Drop you to there. That is a roof line. It needs a drain pipe. Yeah, great. Okay, lovely. And I do want to put this window down here too, but I am going to probably lift that up slightly higher than what it is, or what it is in the rest of the house, just because I'll probably need to put some counter space underneath it there. You're going to have to come up as well then. And you. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, that could work. And I need a door here. And I think we're going to go for the base game ones. And just pop you to there. Like that. Let me see. Yeah. Now there is something I'm thinking about doing and changing. I think I want to darken the stone down. And go for this stone here instead. Let me just see. Let me, especially from the front. Let me see from the front. If you will. Have I done that bit? Why is that bit looking lighter? The Sims. Let me just see this. Oh, do you know what? I think that settles that into the village a lot better. The lighter stone makes it look like a new build. You know the new builds that try and copy the older style of builds? We've got like an estate in around Plymouth and they've gone with that vibe. They've gone with like Georgian style, sort of Victorian-esque looking houses. And they just look a little bit too crisp. They look a little bit too Stepford Wives for me. Do you know what? I'm happy with that. I think that's better. I think that settles it into the village a little bit better. Okay, big change, but there we go. Well, we are adapting on the job, my loves. That's what we're doing today. I'm also going to change the trim colour. Because I go into the darker, the grey just doesn't sit well with it, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that now. Much happier. Lovely. Right. Let's try and get in some exterior details on the front area here. One thing that we do need is a mailbox, and we have got several of them around that I could just copy over. That's what I'm going to do. Let's get in a different colour than the green though. Let's just go for a very normal tone for all of them. One there and one there. More details are being added, yes. And we obviously need a light here too, don't we? So let's get a little cheeky light in. And let's go for this. If we can make it look... Ooh, I can size it down. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, I like that. That's lovely, that. Just a little bit of detail there. Beautiful. Don't really know what we could add in here. I mean, if it's a family, they're going to want somewhere to kind of sit outside and eat. So maybe some kind of table. We can do that. Let's pull in more of these storm drains first. And let's put them underneath for the drain pipes. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. It's coming together a lot better than it was in the beginning. That's for sure. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Do need a little rug in the front here. I'm going to go for that welcome rug. I'm going to go for this one. Flop you down in the front like that. Welcome to our home. Maybe a couple of plant pots either side here. In fact, maybe even getting in some lavender in some plant pots would look nice. A lovely little lavender bush in some plant pots. Maybe just going for the plantable ones, but sizing them down. Unless you're a bit too small and you're a bit too big. But if I sized you down to about that size, popped one there, same on this side here, which might make it a bit difficult to get to this. If I move that along a little bit like that, size these down too, put in some little lavender bushes just either side here. Might make it look wonderful. And wonderful is what we're trying to go for today. Let's bring you in there. Bit worried that I'm not going to be able to use this. I will play a test that. Yeah, that looks cute. I like that. Lovely job. And just to finish off today, I'm going to put up some chimneys. Some chimney breasts. They're all going to need to match in and be the same. So we're probably going to have to go for the cottage living ones that are in my head. And it's these ones here in this tone. Is that correct? I think that is the matching tone. It just looks a bit weird. Yeah, that one's too light. It is this one. Okay. Well, I'm going to plop one here. Size it down. And then we're going to do the set and put more details on the other houses. But, you know. Pop you down to there. Is that right? Yep, that's right. Okay. And then you down onto that level there like this. Yeah, that's right. That's perfect because that's where I am going to be putting a fireplace as well in the living room down on that area. Okay, well, I'm going to come back with this tomorrow. We've still got stuff to finish on the exterior, but we will be getting into the interiors tomorrow too. So if you've got any ideas, I'm going to be reading through all your comments and feel free to let me know. But I'm glad that we definitely darkened them down rather than going for the lighter stone. I think that looks a lot better. It does indeed. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, my darlings. As I said, I'll be back with the next part of this tomorrow where we're going to be continuing on with the exterior, but also getting into the bottom or the ground floor level interiors. Leave me some lovely comments and some ideas if you've got any, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. Goodbye.